All right. Good evening, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to Creative Exploration. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully very well. Hopefully everything sounds good. Let me know if my mic's all crunchy again. Otherwise, hello. How are we doing tonight? Tonight I am going to go through some new workflows on Banodoco. I saw some really funky stuff today when I hopped on, and I thought, well, why not? Yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm thinking. We're gonna start with. I'm pretty excited about this pose duplicator script, actually. Might play with that one later, but the idea being that you can take one pose and then add more of them to the same scene and give yourself videos where, you know, more than one person doing some stuff. So definitely want to look at this because I think it'll be cool. Making some really cool videos. And that's by Pollyanna on Banodoco. I think I'm also going to look at the video to video upscaler with the tile ControlNet. It looks to be maybe the way to go for upscaling. That's the original. That's the upscaled version. It looks really good. Better than a lot of the ones I've been seeing lately. So yeah, I think we'll play with that too. Looks good. What else? I don't know if I'll touch motion control until I've played with it personally a bit, because like I don't really know what it's supposed to do. So yeah, this is interesting too. Segmenting characters and applying ControlNet only to the segmented part. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, and like I mean, as you can see, the Banodoco Discord is full of crazy workflows and experiments and stuff you can play with. They're pretty much all for ComfyUI, I think. And although we just added some engulf, or sorry, enfugue. I thought it was always engulf. I should learn to read. Enfugue does that drag Nua thing, which I haven't played with yet. It looks really exciting. I'm gonna dig into that eventually, but I haven't even played with this yet, so I don't think I'll do it right on stream until I've played with it at home once. But yeah, it's basically you can take portions of the video and then click and drag where you want them to move, and then the video moves. So it looks really cool. Let's start with this upscaler, actually. Let's check to see if there's a latest version. I think that's it. So download the workflow. Let's load up ComfyUI. Doop doop doo. How's everybody doing on this fine Friday night? Well, I hope. Not sure why my Comfy takes so long to start up, but it does. Could be the 9,000 node packs I have installed. It's possible. Could be. I won't rule it out. Holy cow, let's go. All right. Chrome and 127. This is us. Clear. Actually, let me just save this workflow I was working on. There we go. Clear. Okay, load. Downloads. Work V2V upscaler. Okay, we are missing a node called get image size. Let's see if the manager can clear it. It can. It's stability comfy nodes. All right. Restart comfy. Yeah, the unsampler is fun. Refresh. Hey. Okay. Let's see what I don't have and what I do have and what I need and what I don't have and what I need and what I don't have. Okay, this is... Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We got ControlNet, realistic line art ControlNet, all in one preprocessor. Oh, we're using Tile? Okay. I haven't used Tile yet. I think I might have to download it. Tile ControlNet SD15. Is that it? Or is there like safe tensors? Tile. Ah. Maybe this one? Bummer. Okay. What do I use then? I guess I download the bin. ControlNet. Tile SD15. Safe sensors? Is that the tile? No. ControlNet 112. Oh, tile E. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully, tile E. Guess we'll find out. All right, download the safe sensors file for tiling. And we will drop that in our AI ComfyUI models. ControlNet. Bloop. All right, cool. So let's get all our stuff selected here. We are loading a checkpoint, so we'll load I don't know, Dream Shaper, I guess. We're using a LoRA. Don't want to use a LoRA, so I'm gonna select one of mine and I'm gonna set it to 0. Load VAE, we'll just use the regular VAE because it's SD15 film. Okay, all right, IP adapter plus, sure. ClipViz model, that would be ClipVision SD15. ControlNet line art, ControlNet tile, refresh because we just added a file. Where are you, Tiley? Am I blind? Feel blind. There it is. ControlNet one on models, tile E, okay, blah, blah, blah. Tile preprocessor, sure. I am actually curious what this looks like. I don't really know what it does, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. That stuff's all set up. I guess we'll just load I don't know, do I have a video? Maybe this video? No, that's a stable diffusion video. Do I have any videos of human people doing human things? Oh, maybe the dancer? Just need something. That'll do. 1280 by 720. Okay. Select every nth 2 and let's just do like 32 frames to start. See what this does. Okay. I think that's everything. Version 3. Everything is cool. All right, shall we hit it? What did I miss? Rep image. Okay. And that's what tile does? It just makes it small and gross? All right. I'll assume it's doing machine learning things that I don't understand. Maybe you're supposed to upscale footage you've already made with AnimateDiff, but we'll see what happens when I try to upscale real human footage. We do have nude and NSFW and negative, so hopefully... Oh, boy. You know, that looks to me like that ControlNet's not the right one, but... 7 minutes and 46 seconds to find out if I did a stupid or not. Yeah, seems normal. Okay, well, oh no. Maybe this will look better step to step. Let that cook. Patch model add downscale? Koya deep shrink. Oh, I've never used deep shrink. So let's go back to the Banodoco and read the thing. So Andromeda, this is by Andromeda. Let's slap together this workflow with all these settings in for use for the stuff I've been creating with Palm steerable motion. If you want your videos to have more detail, I've had pretty good luck with the settings. Load all the models, plop in your video. Go find something else to do. Cool. The workflow takes a video input and splits it off into IP adapters AnimateDiff using each frame from the video in a linear way and then ControlNet as well. So finish with the fun art project and dive into testing other ControlNet. See if there's better nodes. All right, cool. I don't know what this is going to be, but I think it's going to be bad. But I think that's because I didn't use AnimateDiff footage to upscale. So we can also try it with an AnimateDiff animation and see what it does. But the fact that it complains so much about this makes me think that this is not the right ControlNet model for tiling. But we shall see. Yeah, this is not fast. But it's also rendering at 1280 by 720, so, you know. What are you going to do? Four minutes. Okay. I am going to, while this is going, I'm just going to grab another workflow from Banodoco and see how many nodes I'm missing. Militant Hitchhiker's ComfyUI ControlNet Video Builder. This is the other one I really want to play with tonight. Yeah. Why is there two? Oh, I see. Civitai and Open Art. Okay. Okay, cool. So we can use this to interesting. We might not need this tonight. This is a cool workflow though. So we can use this to process footage that we can do cool stuff. It's probably in two steps because having all this stuff on your main workflow gets really, really confusing. Because like the way Comfy works, right? You can run different workflows in different tabs. And you just queue up the jobs into the system. So, you don't always have to have everything in your one workflow that's all working sequentially, right? So if I want to do a lot of iteration and trying to figure out what my ControlNet videos are before I do the work, I might not want to stop it every time it gets to the diffusion channel or the diffusion step. We can just do this, build our videos, then use those videos to do stuff with. So yeah, I'm all about modular workflows like this. I think it's a good idea. Because you don't always need all those nodes in your workflows. I also saw this, which is like it's supposed to be an upscaler kind of like Magnifique, but they've been really working on it a lot. 10 times Shrek. Not bad, but you can definitely see the tiles. Those look good though. But ultimately, that's the problem with a lot of these tiled upscalers is they definitely start to reveal the tiles. Is this done? Let's see. No, but it's looking real weird. So, we got that going for us. Yeah, I'm not sure upscaling live real video is the way to go. I think upscaling existing ControlNet or existing AnimateDiff footage is probably the move. Try a shorter clip with that. Yeah, I just became aware of Militant, and that workflow is cool. See if they want to come on as a guest. Maybe they can walk us through the workflow. That might be a cool thing, actually, is start bringing on guests to have us walk through their workflows with us. So I'm not just stabbing in the dark wildly. Oh, is this a two-step process? What's going on here? Is there another step here? What's going on? I've got some special guests coming up I can't announce yet, but when I do, I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. Got some very cool people lined up. Just need to confirm a few things. But that's a little teaser. I've got some very cool guests on their way. People you might have seen before on YouTube. Talking about AI. Teaching you things about AI. I do like the guest streams. They're very fun. So I guess this is a 2-pass process here. I don't really know what it's doing now because there's just a bar going up and I'm getting no readout at all in the other special guests. I would love to know what how this tile thing works, what it's doing. Why it's in there. I don't see why this is doing 2 steps, 2 runs. Is there noise seed, add noise? This is all just like normal. Wait. Oh. Wait. Where does this model go? Wait. I'm so confused. Why is it doing a second run and what is it doing? It's a secret. I will wait for this one to finish, but if it goes again, I'm giving up. I'm trying to figure out why that would happen. Oh, the VHS notes have a video info output now. I wonder what that is. Custom scale factor, VAE, positive negative prompt. We're doing our business with the LoRA. That's fine. This is so strange. Where did that image go? Oh, does it run back through itself? Like, what's this connected to? What? Does anyone see why this would be going twice? The confusion's making me tear up. Actually, I think it's the dryness. Also, again, if you want to play music during the stream, please do so. The only reason I don't play music during the stream is because I want you to be able to listen to your own music. You shouldn't have to be forced to listen to what I'm listening to. If you want to listen to what I'm listening to, you can click on my name on Discord and listen along. Today, I believe I will listen to some old funk music because I am an old person and I like funk. Love watching my poor camera try to auto track my bobbing head. Anybody play with Magnet? Anybody make any cool beats? Anybody play with Animate Anyone? If you want to check those stuff out, check my last stream. Did a run through with Pinocchio and how to install them and maintain the environments and all that. I really like Pinocchio because it's nice to be able to compartmentalize these Python environments. They take up more space, but you can just delete them when you're done. So, yeah. And if you have fast internet, yeah, just do it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. What do you say? Last one or nah? Okay, we're filming. That's good. Otekra type beats. I mean, I love Otekra, but probably not the kind of Otekra beats you want, right? Oh. Huh. That's pretty good. It's crazy you just did it with live video. Let's get the input footage over here. You can see it. Now, let me know if my connection gets all wonky. YouTube is screaming at me that it's not getting enough data. So, yeah, let me know if it goes turns to crap. I don't know what I can do about it, but let me know. All right. Well, yeah, this workflow is interesting. Let me. I can't think of a shorter. Like 32 frames took 8 minutes, so I'm just gonna leave this one alone for now. But this is a cool workflow if you just need to upscale stuff, and you don't mind waiting. Yeah, and that's called the video to video upscaler with AnimateDiff by Andromeda. So yeah, yeah. If you want to play with it yourself, just get it off Banodoco. Links in the description below. But remember, if you're watching this video more than a week from now, that link won't work because the Banodoco Discord updates their invites every week. So just go ahead and ask on my Discord or anywhere else. Anyone else you know is into this stuff, they'll probably have an invite for you. And if you want to generate an invite for a friend, you're already on there, you need to generate one, just go up here to Banodoco, invite people, and then copy that link there. I mean, most of y'all know how to do this already, but whatever. So, yeah, that's cool. Let's try. This is so interesting to me. but I don't have a Quest 3, so I can't test it. But essentially we can set up a depth viewer in VR so that you can look at your Stable Diffusion generations in pseudo 3D. Yeah, very cool. A lot like the Looking Glass stuff I've been doing, but you know, in your head. Oh, maybe. So this is just a random Python script by Pollyanna. How does it loop? This is really clever. Okay, so let's preprocessor and ice skaters. Take a video, use the attached preprocessor to extract the pose, store it as a GIF. Use the GIF as input for the pose duplicator, which will clone the pose information as described. Use that information with standard OpenPose. Okay. Let's get the pose duplicator script and see if it runs. And if it does, you know, yay. Downloads Python pose duplicator.py. What do you say? Okay, let's edit that file. Okay. I think I have some OpenPose stuff kicking around here. Do I have anybody like running around though? OpenPose. Got John Travolta looking around all confused. Taylor Swift. Nobody's walking though. Where's my dancers at? Okay, we'll just generate one. Pixels. Let's try a dancer. We'll just put a bunch of dancers. Just need the one dancer. Most of their body. That might work. Let's try it. I'm really excited about this pose duplicator thing. I think it could be really cool. I don't know if it's going to work on this clip though, but let's try it. Okay, so I need a comfy, need a fresh comfy. Let's clear this, save that for later. Okay, to extract OpenPose data, it's actually quite easy. We just need to load video. Load that video up. There he is. All right. You just need a DW preprocessor, which is an OpenPose processor, and a video combine. It's really all you need. Let's go 24 frames per second. It's asking for a GIF, so let's leave it as a GIF, and we'll go OpenPose. OpenPose. Save it as a GIF. I'm just going to do 64 frames, starting 64 frames in. And hopefully that'll be a good animation, and we'll be able to see it here, so we'll see what we get. Yeah, load the video. It'll skip 64 frames, then render 64 frames, and then we can use it. All right, that should be enough. Let's see if it can, if the thing can clone this. So we'll save this. We got our little GIF, and we'll call it pose.gif. And so it's in the same folder. So now we can just say image open. Does it really need double slashes? Yeah. Pose.gif. All right, let's try this. Save it. Whoa. Yeah, I'm very curious what this makes. Oh, that's terrifying. All right, let's hit it. I'm going to use a specific workflow I've been using lately for this. Yeah. All right. So I don't actually need to use the input footage. What I need to do is tell it that it's OpenPose and feed it the video. So we can unplug the image from there and we'll load video. Load up the one we just made. All right. We'll do the whole video because it's short. Can we make it Barbies? Yeah, let's try making it Barbies dancing. And yeah, we don't need the input footage. Width and height will be determined by this input footage, I believe. I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Width. Height, and it is preferences, power properties. 910 by 512. So 512 by 910. Okay, and let's do Barbie dancing in a rainy New York City alley. I think this works better if the character is moving across the scene. When did I get introduced to Comfy? Well, first started playing with Automatic 1111 right when it came out, and then Comfy I actually waited a little while on because it looked, really complicated and scary, but it's not. Having come from Blender and stuff, it's pretty cool. So Comfy, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell with stuff like this. Feels like it's been years, but it's probably only been months, right? Ugh. Okay, well, I don't think we need to finish that one. It's kind of terrible. Let's try a different input footage where the person's sort of like running across the screen or something. So let's try running. We basically want someone going across the frame. Yeah. It's 84 days. Just feels like 84 years. Do we just stay on their feet? Great. No, I need a person. No. I don't need fancy cinematography. That might work. Because we can speed it up, right? Yeah, let's try that. Oh, did I close my stupid 127? Load video. GIF save. Let's do the whole shebang. Then I can load it faster, but I'll have all the frames. Oh, wait, no. I guess I should do... No, let's try this. Let's try this. Good. I think it's ignoring the person up on the bridge. I was worried there'd be a little person, but it's only on one people, so that's good. The pose estimator and the video combine turn this video into a skeleton, and then we're using that skeleton to make the next video. You see it here as it loads up. Oh, her poor head. Right, because she's facing away from the camera. I forgot about that. Yeah, like Joe Peace's work, Bentley. You guys know Joe Peace? Joe Peace, is it? No, it's Joe. Yeah, Joey Pease. It's fantastic stuff. I love his stuff. Layers and After Effects and absolute insanity. So good. It does a lot of like perfect loops like these. It's just crazy stuff. Love it. Yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Joe Pease's work. That's After Effects for sure. Yeah. I don't think they do any AI stuff. Just need a person running from one side of the screen to the other. And I don't want to go out to the park and record it myself because I'm too out of shape. No, I don't think that'll work either. It's already what I need, kind of. Nope. Yeah, I'm definitely not an AI maxi. Best tool for the job, right? Just need one shot. Maybe a bicyclist, maybe ice skater. We just need somebody going left to right, man. Or right to left. I'd accept right to left. That is great footage, but I can't use it. Just go from one side of the ring to the other. That's all I need. Oh, this might be it. This might be it. Yeah, this is going to be real weird. Okay, let's try this one. Download this. Let's open up our Comfy tab. Swap out the video. Okay, let's see if it can get this. I'm not sure it can. And how long is the video after she disappeared? Not too long. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. You can't find any stock footage of just somebody like riding a bike from one side of the screen to the other. It's always like slow motion, slightly off center, depth of field, soft focus. Look at me. I'm a cinematographer. I got no room for a cyclist here. I don't even have room for a CRT TV to do some video art on. I am super tempted to do this one just to see how weird it gets. Let's see what the script does to that one. I'm very curious. Downloads. So I just have to rename it, right? To pose.gif. Yeah. So that's pose1.gif. Call you pose.gif and run the Python. What was it? Pose. Oh, dir star.py. Pose duplicator. So Python pose duplicate. What the? It's working. Oh, what do we get? Whoa. Yeah, we're trying that. Okay. Final pose result. You will go into here. This one. Oh, gotta rename it. There's a couple bugs with this, but we'll get it. And then the file size is 910 by 512. Okay. The other way around. 912 by 512. Really? 910 is not a thing? Okay. And let's not do Barbie. Let's do what do we got here? We do Nicolas Cage's. Volcanoes. Burning crows. Let's try mushrooms. Mushroom, 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 mushroom. There we go. All right. This should be weird. Okay. Mushrooms dancing in a rainy forest. I don't love this Cronenberg Barbie situation we got going on here. Hopefully this will fix real quick. Oh, nice. Thanks, Corey. I'll check it out. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, I just remembered they said on the thing to turn down the motion scale. I got to see what their motion scale is set to. How do I do that? Banodoco. Let's have a look at their iceskaters.json. Let's download that. And then open up a new tab. And load that workflow. .2 for the OpenPose ControlNet. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to grab this AZ1 IIB pixel mix checkpoint because that looked great. Okay. FreeInit. Whoa, what are iteration options? I've got so much to learn about AnimateDiff, apparently. Okay, where are the AnimateDiff settings? Okay, 0.701. All right, let's try that. Let's try 1.2 on the thing. What else can we steal? Kind of want to try this FreeInit thing. Iteration options goes into sample settings. Sample settings. Oh, okay. Iteration options into here. Settings into here. Okay, let's see. 2 iterations, Gaussian 2.5.250, 4999, false thinking it. Okay, so these are all okay, it's okay. U2 on here, sample settings. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try that. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I do want to run this again with the settings they had. So let's try that again. So I have never used this FreeInit and sample settings stuff. Oh, I didn't check to see if 0 default comfy 0 default. Okay. Yeah, I've never used these before. Where's this model? AZ. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. You ain't getting that. Is this a LoRA or a checkpoint? Oh, it's a base model. Cool. Maybe we'll pivot into a pixel art thing tonight. I do love doing pixel art with Stable Diffusion. All right, let's. Is that done? Yep. Okay, that's actually worse with the settings, but I did notice they were using the stabilized motion LoRA, which I don't have here. Let's grab that. Gus got the key. Install models. Stabe. Too many stability stuffs. Okay, let's go with AnimateDiff. And I'm looking for long AnimateDiff. Oh yeah, I forgot about long AnimateDiff. Stabilize mid, stabilize high. That's the one they were using. Let's try that one. Refresh, and let's try that stabilized high. Because that's gooey. I stopped it right at the end. Oops. Checkpoints. Bloop. I do kind of want to try this with the pixelated one now. Pixelate. There. And what did it say the trigger word was? Pixel art and pixel world. Two iterations. Oh, that's what this does. Two iterations, FreeInit. Okay. Why do we do two runs? Now I might have to have Pollyanna on to describe this to me. So this is just getting worse, I think. So what I'm going to do is... Let's think. Let's do the bicycle. Corey sent me over a bicycle video. It'll be perfect for this, I think. I'm going to speed it up a bit. And yeah. We can cancel this run. Let's get it. This video is nice and clean and clear and smooth, so it should be able to get the OpenPose data pretty correctly. We shall see. Okay. So let's grab this, save, call it pose.gif. Rename our final, 2, 3, that's all of them. Yeah, okay, let's try this. Uh, Just gonna try playing with these settings a bit here. That may be too many bikers. Might make for a very interesting video, though. It's a little human centipede for my taste. Oh, well, that's worse. Okay. So what were we, 16 and 32? So let's try, I don't know, 32. Oop. 32 and 64. Might be too many bikes. That's a hell of a tandem bike. There's like 50 people on it. What do we get here? Oh, this might be the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Let's try that. Oh yeah, I gotta rename it. Boop. Okay. 4. Excuse me. Oh, this. There we go. Okay. Let's do clowns riding bicycles in the circus. We'll try with the pixel art stuff. It'll probably look a little messed up because I don't have the pixel art post-processing stuff set up, but we can set it up if this is encouraging and looks good, then I'll set up the pixelization thing and we'll see if we can make some cool pixelated videos. Oh my god. These are also a little blurry and messy because we're literally doing LCM, at 4 steps. So we can get probably way better results if we let it cook longer. Did I do something wrong here? Oh, there they go. Oh, wow. It's like people sliding across a bicycle. That's so creepy. Yeah, let's try that. Crawling millipede. Let's try a crawling millipede. I'm gonna let this one upscale. I'm very curious. That's a crazy video. The fact that it runs twice is so weird. I don't know if it helps. I guess I could unplug it and run it again with the same seed and see what it does. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for yawning. Render. Oh, I still have the mushrooms on? That might explain some of this weirdness. Maybe I should turn the IP adapters off for the next run. Or put in pictures of millipedes. Well, they were. So weird. It's so weird. Okay. Let's try it again. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to unplug the... Unplug you. Just try one run. No, it's just a bunch of people. I think it's always going to do people because OpenPose just is people, right? I am curious, though. I'm curious what happens when we run LooseControl with this, because LooseControl, it's weird. I don't know what it's going to do here, but I'm very curious. So everybody's slowly sliding across a bench. Yeah. But this time they shouldn't. Oh, it just drew the poses. That's creepy. I don't know what I expected. I mean, that seems about right. Oh. So you need like batch to no, image list to batch. I think that's 910, I guess. 912. Okay, let's go back to OpenPose, because that's just nonsense. Now we're gonna try and get this Pixelator to work. Rocket. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, close. Still ugly as hin, though. Reduce colors before palette swap. Let's go with the NES. The grid. It'd probably make more sense to actually just put this in a separate workflow. Then we can load the videos up and play with them separately. Yeah, that's really weird. Maybe a GIF? Oh, what about Forrest Gump? Like this one. I'm very curious. Is this still going? Ugh. Subscales are ugly. All right, let's try our friend, Forrest. The heck? No, wrong file name. All right, let's try. Where are you, baby? Forrest. There it is. Give her, bud. gonna assume this is actually an 8 frame per second video. Maybe 12. Okay. And then let's do this. Oh yeah, you need to be a GIF. So what I'm doing is I'm interpolating it from an 8 frame per second video to a 24 frame per second video at half speed. And hopefully we'll get a smoother run that's around the same length. No, let's do this. Let's use this one. All right, so you're going to be pose.gif. Pose 54, pose.gif. We'll run this little script. Duplicate our Forrest. Whoa, that was fast. Okay, let's set those settings back to what they were. Try that again. We got 3 of them. Maybe we can get some more of them. Let's try 16 and 8. That too many people? It's crazy. Okay, what if I make the minimum output frames longer? Hmm. 64. Other way around. 64, 32. Okay, that worked. Okay. I'm trying to understand these settings. Oh. I think I understand what it's doing now. Yeah, that's probably enough. Let's try that. Animal forest.gif. Okay, let's add Pixelator Pixel World. Man running a marathon. Upload downloads this one. And we want forest.gif. Oh, wrong forest.gif. Forest OpenPose.gif. View. There it is. I feel like I want to run it twice. If you want to play a video more than once through your input, you can use this node called repeat image batch on any batch of images, and it'll load it twice instead of loading it once, or 3 times, or 4 times. You know what I mean? I think actually I want to repeat it once. So what that should do is make this twice as long by repeating it. Crazy. Run, Stickman Forrest, run! There's several forests. Oh, I should have checked the file dimensions of this because it's not 910 by 512, so. This might be weird. It might be weird. It might be okay. It might be weird. It's possible. That's kind of great. Run! Like a terrible square dance. Yeah, this is real trippy. I'm gonna grab a drink while this renders. Y'all stand up, stretch your legs, or don't. I'm not your mom. We've been at this for about an hour and a half, so yeah, feel free. Stand up, move your body, or don't. Whatever. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just gonna grab a drink. All right. Well, that pixelator was taking forever, so we'll play with that later. I think that has to do with the gridding and the stuff that it does. It's more of a post-processing tool anyway. It's kind of dumb to put it in the workflow, but, you know, I'm kind of dumb. What's broken now? Oh, it just completely... Oh, I put them all in the same outfit. Okay, that's funny. This makes me want to make a bunch of crazy stuff in Blender now with multiple subjects. Surprised, excuse me, at how well this is handling it. I'm also curious what this upscale looks like. Oh, weird. Cool. All right. That's cool. I don't know. Find another GIF. Someone running from left to right. That's tempting. Someone going across the frame, please. It's crazy to find one where the camera is still and the person is moving across the frame. It's always trained in on the runner. Just something where the person is running across the screen. That might be great. I still think I'm looking for a very specific type of framing. Ah. Hello. Save you. Running man.gif. Go back down here. Rename it. Downloads. Desktop. Where did I save that file? The desktop? No. Downloads, please. Let's go pose.gif. I do want to replace it. I do. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, boy. What did that do? It just failed. Okay, let's convert it first. Derp. Wait, what does this do? Oh, nothing if there's only the one. Okay. Final pose result. No, we want actually posed a GIF. The whole shebang. Yep. And we don't need this because it looks like crap. You look like you're 12 frames per second, so let's try that. All right. Nope. He too small. Bigger subject, please. I'm kind of curious what this is like. We'll find just the right clip eventually. You need one where the person's well lit. Their needs to be sort of like recognizable as a human body. Huh, not bad. Definitely need something better though. Anyway, you can have some fun with this pose detector. It's really easy to use. You just run the Python script on the GIF and adjust the settings here as you wish. Yeah, it's really cool. And it's again, those stuff's on Banodoco. So let's instead of bashing our head against this anymore, let's clear this. All right. Let's have a look at Banodoco again. What's Jags up to? Loose depth is crazy fun. Nice. So you can box out your animations in Blender and then use LooseControl ControlNet to sort of feed them in. I've been actually using LooseControl a little bit, sort of not for this intended purpose, and it's kind of awesome. Maybe I'll show you guys my LooseControl workflow. Yeah, let's do that. Let's finish the stream on something cool. All right. LooseControl is weird. It's imagine you have two palm trees in your scene and you want them to sway back and forth. In Blender or whatever, you could make two boxes on top of poles and just sway them back and forth in an animation. And then you can save that animation and use it as LooseControl input if you make it look like a depth map, essentially. But as many of you know, I make Blender masks, and those Blender masks actually work incredibly well as LooseControl input footage. So yeah, check this out. Let's add a K-sampler. That's the heart of our diffusion process, as always. VAE decoder on the way out. We're going to add a video combine. That's in the video helper suite, node add-ons. 24 frames per second, MP4. Actually, we'll make this a 12 frame per second MP4. Put it in 12 frames per second AnimateDiff. So this is the file structure I use to keep my files from being totally unreadable. Each video type is kept in its own folder. Each type of anything really is kept in its own folder. The problem with Comfy is if you're using it for more than a couple weeks, whatever, by the time you go back to look at your outputs folder, it's just a pile of files, right? So it's really important to try to maintain some semblance of folder structure here. You can just add subfolders by putting a backslash after the subfolder. It'll make it if it doesn't exist. So we have our 12 frame per second source video. I'm also going to rife interpolate a 24 frame per second video. It's also be an MP4. 24 frames per second. Actually, no. This is a film 2x. This multiplier, if you increase the multiplier in the interpolation nodes, it'll make it that much slower. It'll interpolate that many more frames between the frames. So a multiplier 1 is just regular speed. Multiplier 2 is it inserts a frame between each frame and interpolates them. So you get a more slow motion, but a way smoother version of your video. So the higher that number, the higher the scale of the slow motion. So if you wanted to add one that's like another option that's 3 times slower, you just copy the node, bring the video into it, and just increase the multiplier. And then just make another combine, plug that in here, and say film 3x. And that way you're giving yourself options every time you render something, because it doesn't take much longer to do this interpolation step. And then you've got, you know, the 12 frame per second source video. You've got a nice interpolated twice as slow video and 3 times as slow videos. So kind of best of all worlds there for your outputs. All right. Model, we need to add an AnimateDiff. AnimateDiff loader. Model can be our checkpoint loader, simple. Well, we'll just use Dream Shaper. We're also going to want a LoRA in between there. So let's load LoRA. We're going to use the LCM SD15 LoRA. That's at 1 for both. Clip goes through there. Okay. I'm going to use V3, version 3. So in between here and here, we actually need nothing. The clip comes out to a clip text encode. We're going to need 2 of those. So that's our positive and negative prompts. They go into the positive and negative of the K-sampler. So the only other thing we need to make this complete is 2 things. We need to ControlNet apply advanced. And we're going to load up that LooseControl ControlNet I was talking about. If you need it, it's... where did I download it from? There it is. Box depth LooseControl. That's the yeah, that's it there. So download that, install it, and select it. 1 is fine for now. I'll explain what this does in a minute. So ControlNet actually goes in through the clip. So we instead of going straight into our K-sampler with these, we're going to come from our positive and negative prompt through ControlNet into our K-sampler. All right. Context options, you drag that out. You want to add an AnimateDiff uniform context options node. You set these to whatever you like. 16 is the length of the context. Don't change that. You can change it if you want, but don't. Context stride, leave it at 1. Context overlap, anywhere between 2 and 7 will be fine. AnimateDiff is trained on a bunch of 16 frame segments of videos. That's how it understands motion. It adds a temporal layer to our stable diffusion process, so we can understand how things change over time. But because they're only 16 frames, we need a way to extend these past the boundaries of 16 frames, right? So Syncadink built this version of AnimateDiff called AnimateDiff Evolved. And what it does is it looks at a 16 frame window, and then it jumps to the next 16 frame window, then it jumps to the next 16 frame window. And that overlap is actually how many frames it tries to interpolate between those context windows. That's why AnimateDiff animations are very smooth, but the context flickers. Whereas Deforum is very smooth, or they're very flickery, because the frames are changing every single frame, but the context is a lot actually easier to maintain in Deforum because we're not jumping context windows every 16 frames. So, you pick your poison with AI animation. You either want flipbook animation where you have control over every single frame, like Deforum, where you get amazing results with that. Or if you want a really smooth animation based on actual recorded motions, then AnimateDiff is the way to go. So the AnimateDiff, you get weird context. With Deforum, you get a slight flickery flipbook feeling to all the animations. So yeah, you pick your poison. And Deforum runs an automatic 1111, so you'd have to install that and run it there. But it's awesome. I mean, I've been a Deforum dork for years now. Oh, gosh. It's great. VAE goes into our VAE decoder, and the only other thing we need is a latent image. So we're just going to use an empty latent image. All right, I'm going to say it's a 16 frame animation. No, 32 frame animation, because I want it to span 2 context windows so I can show you what AnimateDiff is doing. Because we're using LCM, we're actually able to use the LCM sampler. The LCM sampler, unlike the rest of the samplers, its CFG scale is from about 1 to 3, and it converges in 4 to 10 steps. Four steps. So let's set our seed to fixed so that if I run another one with the same seed, it won't run. Okay. And then, so let's make you green, make you red. Okay. Just occurred to me, I made a batch size in here, which is completely worthless because we're going to use this ControlNet. So the one last final thing we need to do with this ControlNet here is load a video into it. So image, VHS, load video. I'm going to load an images path because all my videos are image sequences. But you can do this with load video too. Just load a video into it. It's fine. Okay, check this out. What's a good example? Let's use the churros. All right, add these magical churros, okay? See, they're just flying around. It's a loop. The churros, they float. We got floaty churros. Life is good. I'm going to use those as the input source because it's only 60 frames long. I'm going to select every... Yeah, I'll do all 60 because it's 4 steps. Who cares? It'll be fast. So the only other thing I want to do here is I don't actually need it to be the size it is. I can resize it. So let's use the resize node first. So I want image resize plus. It's this one right here. That's in the ComfyUI Essentials pack. I'm going to grab that. We're going to resize it to 512 by 512, but we're going to keep proportion. And what that's going to do is just make sure that whatever aspect ratio the input footage is, it sets one side to 512 and the other side to whatever the width or height it is. So it's good. All right. So then we got our image. Pop that in here. And now we can actually say for this node here, we don't, we can feed all this information into it from all these outputs. So we're going to convert all these widgets, these user adjustable widgets, into inputs. So right click and it'll say convert to input. You do that, boop, boop, boop. So we converted them all to inputs. And we have our width and height from our resize node. And our batch size is actually the integer that comes out of the load images node. So now it's going to say this is a 512 by 512 animation at the length of the video. So all that stuff is sort of done for us by just loading a video. So we have to be wary of a few things when we're loading videos. If they're super long, that's how long your batch is going to be. So if you have a super long video and you only want to load the first 24 frames for 85 frames, you just change this this value right here, image load cap, to as many frames as you want to load. Skip first images tells it how many frames to skip at the beginning of the video before you start. So if I want to start halfway through the video, I just got to think about how many frames are in the video and just start halfway through. Select every nth I explained before. It's like a frame skip. So it's for making the video faster and be less frames. So 1, this is a 60 frame video. 2, it's a 30 frame video because it's skipping every other frame. 3, it's a 20 frame video, you know, et cetera, et cetera. 60 is fine for what we're doing. We're going to just use Dream Shaper. I have no prompt. Let's try churros, baking in the sun, tropical background. So our motion control is at 1, and I'm going to turn on my preview method here so you can see what it's doing. Oh, what? Oh, that's no fun. Okay. Colors, you're yellow. So yeah, LooseControl is incredibly powerful. That was 4 steps. You saw how fast that was, right? And as a result, it's actually really fast for upscaling too. Actually, we don't need this third one. That was just for explaining things. All right, cool. Upscale. You're good. So image to you and image to you. Lighten up. So this will upscale. All right. Let's try that again. So that should now just oh yeah, right. So yeah, if you're wondering what I did there, I just set up an upscaler that literally uses the same process and just upscales it one higher, but it runs everything through that control net again because it's all coming out of the control net. So there's a few ways you can handle that. You can either take the clip out of the control net to get a second run on the control net, or you can actually bypass the control net entirely and just take the clip right out of the prompts. So that's up to you. If you do the upscale with the clip right from the prompts, you're just going to get wild stuff with that sort of as the input latent. So yeah, I mean, it's the beautiful part of Comfy. You can just try weird stuff every time you want to do weird stuff. If you can dream it, you can do it. So yeah, now those are upscaled. I don't know if they're better, but they're upscaled. It's true. I'm going to make these smaller because of this bug. I know they just fixed this bug where they go too small after you, or they disappear when you make the windows too big. You zoom out too far. But I don't like updating right before stream because it's when it breaks usually. Okay, so this LooseControl thing, the reason I wanted to talk about this preview is I want to talk a bit about how ControlNet works. My understanding of ControlNet when I first started was that this start and end percent actually had to do with the threshold of what the ControlNet's doing. Like if it's depth, you know, it's where the white point was, is where the black point was, and like what that mattered, what that meant, you know, depth wise. But no, it's based on time. It's based on steps. It's based on at what percent do you want me to start control netting, and at what percent do you want me to stop control netting. And once you understand that, control net works a lot better. You may want it to dream wildly at a certain point in your diffusion process and then lock down to the control net at different points. Or lock your control net when you're using multiple control nets. You might want them to actually grab on at different times based on what their input information is. Let's see what this does at 0.5. So what this is going to do is ControlNet for half the run. Well, let's increase the steps because it's hard to do this with 4. Do it with 8. Okay, so 50%. It's going to use ControlNet for the first half of the dream. Then the rest of the steps, it's actually just going to do its thing. This is easier to like visualize with still images. But we'll see it in the result. Or not. Yeah, the background's gotten a little weirder. Okay, let's try to like 0.15. I'm going to disconnect the upscaler for now. A really easy way to make a switch is to grab one thing that the thing you're trying to use needs. Just make a reroute for it. And just leave that reroute right by this thing. So now when I want to use the thing, I just have to go like that. And when I want to disconnect it, I just have to go like that. Or, use a switch node, whatever you want to do. That's cool. That's at 0.15. So that's just taking the motion. So we could even back it off a little more, I think. Try and find the magic number. Wait, what's still running? How are you running? You're not connected. You can see the tropical starting to come in now. That was at 0.15, so it only ran for the first 15% of the run. Now it's only running for the first 10%. See what that does. It looks more like a tree now. So yeah, this LooseControl is a very interesting way of adding motion to your videos without like, yeah. Oh, that's cool. So then if we add it back to the whole time and then change the strength of the ControlNet to that same value, let's see what that does. I think I forgot to make it a closed loop. Yeah. So in the uniform context options, you can actually make AnimateDiff try to make a perfect loop. So yeah, if you want your stuff to loop, you can click that. And if your input footage loops, it'll probably loop. That's cool. So let's increase that strength just gently, or maybe to 50%. See what that does. These are nice, though. I like these. I love how it's making churros. It's because it's in the prompt, so it is trying to make churros. So now here's 50% strength with ControlNet happening the whole time. Pardon me. Awesome. We've lost the churros, but we got the tropicals. Let's try 0.35. I think that's going to be the magic number. And then we'll try some different input footage. Like maybe this. Might be cool. Might not. Who knows? Which one was that? Merchant Cube. All right. And how long is that? 90 frames? Let's do twice as fast. Yeah, that's cool. Let's just get rid of the churros. Sun-swept tropical beach. Sunset. Beautiful landscape. One thing you can do is if you want to see what your input footage looks like, you can just grab this out of the resizer, put in a video combine node. And then there's a thing here for save output. If you turn that off, it's just going to show you stuff and not save it. So it's a great way to preview stuff without saving a copy of it every time. I'm going to call this input footage. I'm just going to call it that. It's not saving, so it doesn't matter. But in case I ever want to save it, I can. But it's also just a way to see what exactly we're loading here. Ooh. All right, let's get the thing on 100% here and see what it does. That's nice, though. Yeah, Fakery, I know what you mean. It's kind of confusing. ControlNet is a conditional thing. And the IP adapters are on the model thing because IP adapter is a model. Huh. Okay, I'm actually going to let this one upscale because I bet that'll look cool as hell. You can also run your own ControlNet for the upscaler. Like if you only want like 30% ControlNet, you can just grab this, paste it here. Instead of going in from the original ControlNet, you can just actually you don't even need this. You can grab this from the thing. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Now you got your own little ControlNet down here with your own settings. And you just plug this loader into this ControlNet. And the images into this ControlNet. Easy. And then you can say, you know, if I don't want ControlNet on the thing, you can just turn it off. Or, you know, maybe you only want, 25% ControlNet on the final run. Because right now it's totally gone nuts with the... Oh, I think my things were connected backwards. Almost had a YouTube accident there. I think my positive and negatives were reversed here. That could have been bad. So when your positive and negative prompts are reversed, your NSFW nude, whatever's in your negative is going to become your prompt. This can make very scary, crazy stuff in your workflows. It's Especially if your negative prompt is stuff like, deformed, multiple fingers, extra teeth, stuff like that you're trying to avoid. You can accidentally prompt your way into that by reversing the streams there. There we go. Wow. So let's try that at 50%. Ooh, that's more what I was thinking. That's more what I was thinking. Sick. So, see what it looks like upscaled a little higher. Nice. That looks really good. Wicked. Let's try a different one. I'm curious what something like this looks like. It's longer, so let's do a short run on it. Let's try triple speed. Let me think about that for a second. 280. 280 divided by 4 is 70. So let's load 70 frames. At second speed, that should be one loop. We'll see if this loops here. I think it loops. Yep. Yeah, so I think it's safe to say LooseControl is just completely overpowered. Beautiful. Got the sunset and the beach, all the palette. Crazy. See what the upscale does. Whoa. Should change this back to 1.5 actually. Taking too long for no reason. That is impressive though. I like that one. What's the file size on that? $1024 by 576. Oh, cool. So that's you double that up, that's to 1080p. Or rather, it scales to 1920 by 1080 comfortably. I forget, but that's a magic resolution for something. Yeah, I forget. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, hopefully you can go forth and build your own LCM setup. Highly recommend LCM. The iteration time is just insane. Like, this is 70 frame animations, right? Like, I mean, this one is large. This one's like 1024 by 1024. It's still fast, but you saw how fast these were coming out, and that's only 8 steps. They come out even faster at 4. So you can really test your stuff and get some masks going. I think I will stream tomorrow. This same workflow, but also going back and forth between Blender, making a mask, and then trying it out and seeing what it does. So try and get an idea of what the different masks do with what the different motion control settings are, and maybe we'll make some comparison grids and stuff, and give ourselves a sort of guide on how these can work. Oh, that's cool. Just the main LCM LoRA. You just load it in right after your checkpoint. Either SDXL or SD15. And then just make sure your sampler is set to LCM. And your CFG is down like 1 to 3. But yeah, friends, go forth and have fun. If you guys don't want to rebuild this workflow and it looks confusing and stuff, I got very similar workflows on the Discord, and I can clean this one up and post it too if you want to play. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna do some blending as well as this, so we'll do the whole process. You know, making a mask and then bringing it in here. And let me save this workflow actually. YouTube 2024 0119 LCM ControlNet LooseControl. All right. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm gonna cut it here. 2.5 hours. This was fun. Yeah, tomorrow let's do some blending. Let's do some ComfyUI, and let's rip it up. There's lots more to explore with LooseControl. I've barely scratched the surface here. So yeah, get the LooseControl ControlNet and have fun with it. It's pretty wild. If you make your input videos too, like we'll try the swaying trees thing too, because I really want to try the block out thing in Blender, but I just don't have the mental capacity for it right now. Thanks everybody, love you all. As always, hit up the purge.xyz for all the links. The Patreon's there if you want to support what we do here. Get you into a special channel on Discord and special access to help and all that stuff. Get on the Discord, hang out with us, post your work. I want to see it. Tag me when you make stuff with these tools that I'm teaching you how to use. And if you enjoy it, hit me up, say hi. Yeah, I love interacting with the community. So let's do it. Come on back to the Discord and we'll nerd it up. And if I can't help you, if I'm not around, there's people around that can help. There's a lot of smarty pantses in there. We almost got 1,000 people in there now. So we'll have to have a big streaming party on the when we get 1,000 people in there. All right. Have a great night, everybody. And we'll see you real soon. Tomorrow. I think 3 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern, but don't quote me. I will get the thumbnail up as soon as possible with the schedule. And yeah, I'll tweet it out and post it on the Discord. And thanks, everybody. Like and smash that like button and do all the things. All right. Love you guys. Bye.